It is Q&A time. Earlier today on my Facebook page, I told you guys to ask me some questions, and you did. Over 150 questions, actually. So I'm going to go through these, and I'm going to answer as many as I can, and here I go. First question, John Davis. He asks, Sam, did you like the new Amazing Spider-Man? My girlfriend and I thought it was awesome. Yes, I loved the new Amazing Spider-Man. I've seen it twice already, and I'm probably biased because Spider-Man's my favorite superhero, but yeah, I loved it. It was good. I like the first one too. So, two enthusiastic thumbs up for the Amazing Spider-Man. Eli Erickson asks, how old were you when you started skating? I started skating when I was about 8 years old, but I skated for a few years and then I stopped, and then I got back into it about 2 to 3 years ago. So actually, I think I seriously got into it around 8, but I think I was like rolling around when I was like 6 or 7. So that answers that. Adam Fairuz asks, how good were you before you stopped skating? I don't really know how good I was, but I do remember, like, the last trick I remember doing before I stopped was a double kickflip off like a 1-foot ledge, and that was actually like one of my favorite skate moments ever, because that was the first time I ever, like, my heart like skipped a beat and I was like, and yeah, it was cool. But that, yeah, I could do a double kickflip down a 1-foot ledge, and I think I was around 11 or 12 when I did that. So Willie Ward asks, will you sign my back? Yes, I would. If I saw you and you asked me to sign your back, I would totally sign your back. I would like to point out and say that half of these questions are asking me if I can even. And no, I can't. I cannot even. Michael Davidson asks, do you like McDonald's and tray flips? No, I like tray flips, but I'm not a huge fan of McDonald's. Ashley Robbins asks, what was your favorite show as a kid? I remember watching a lot of SpongeBob. I was kind of a lame kid. Actually, you know what? SpongeBob's pretty cool. But yeah, I remember watching a lot of SpongeBob, and I don't know if anyone has ever heard of this show other than me, but I used to watch Beetleborgs, like, when I was really young, and that show was awesome. It was basically a complete copy of Power Rangers, but I liked it better. So, Beetleborgs and SpongeBob. Anissa Alley asks, I want to start skating. Would you recommend any type of board for beginners, such as a penny board, nickel board, or just a basic skateboard? I'm not sure what a nickel board is, but I'm assuming it's like a bigger penny board. I guess if you don't want to do tricks, you could get a penny board, but they're pretty much just for riding around. And that's why I prefer a regular skateboard, because you can just ride a regular skateboard around and do more stuff with it. So I would recommend a skateboard because it's versatile. You can do multiple things with it. Tim Oakley asks, have you ever been able to kickflip like every time and then pretty nice for a long time, then all of a sudden have really bad ones and it's hard to land? I understand what you're saying, but I didn't really have that with a kickflip, but hard flips, that's all the time. Like, one day I'll have really good hard flips and I'm pretty consistent with them, and then I can't do them again for like a month. I don't really try them that often. That's probably why I feel like if I actually tried them a lot, I would get pretty consistent at them. But if you're having trouble with kickflips, just keep on practicing them over and over again, and you'll eventually get them down, like, every try. So that's my advice to you. You may not need my advice though. You may be like really good at kickflips. Kevin Vu asks, thoughts on longboarders, the ones that slide and race. That's pretty scary. If you go on YouTube and type in downhill longboarding, they go like 80 miles an hour. That's not an over-exaggeration. So I would never do that, and I think it's probably pretty fun to do if you're good at it. So I don't really have an issue with downhill longboarders. Usually the stereotypical longboarder that everyone makes fun of is like the college dude that's like going around campus and he's Mongo pushing. But you know, I'm not gonna hate on them either. They have a sidewalk to ride. Daniel Sigurðsson asks, shout to me. Tyler Rogers asks, what's your favorite trick? And I'm pretty sure a lot of other people ask that too, but I don't know what my favorite trick is, but right now it's a varial heel flip. I love varial heel flips. They flip cool, and when you land them, you feel cool. And you get girlfriends. James Masterson asks, what is your favorite TV show? My favorite TV show, without a doubt, is Breaking Bad. It was The Walking Dead, but then it kind of got weird. I mean, I still like it, but kind of got weird. Breaking Bad, I love it. I love every single thing about Breaking Bad, and if you don't know what it is or you haven't seen it, you need to go watch it because it's really good. Carly Parks asks, how did you meet your girlfriend? Technically, I met my girlfriend in like middle school, but I didn't know her. And then in high school, I was like, wow, she got cute, and I started dating her like a year or two later. So, and I've been dating her ever since, 3 years. So that's how I met my girlfriend, in school. Jason Nagaruski asks, who is your favorite Ninja Turtle? And that is Donatello, without a doubt. Because when I played Turtles in Time on my Super Nintendo when I was a kid, I always played as Donatello, and I kicked butt. And that's an awesome game. If you have a Super Nintendo, go online and buy that game. Because it's awesome! Bradley Priest asks, have you ever genuinely been mistaken for the guy who plays the new Spider-Man? And yes, I have. I think it was my freshman year of college. Yeah. Whenever the first new Spider-Man came out, I was walking back to my dorm one night at college, and these two girls that had a little too much to drink, I believe, legitimately thought I was Andrew Garfield, and they were trying to take my picture. And I was not Andrew Garfield. I'm not Andrew Garfield. I am Spider-Man, though. Jack Dewey-Gneen, I have no idea how to pronounce her name, I'm sorry, Jack, asks, what is your favorite video game? And I don't really know. I have a lot. I have a lot of favorite video games, but one of the most memorable is probably KOTOR, Knights of the Old Republic, because I'm a huge Star Wars fan, and that game, like, it's like a Star Wars movie. It's like its own movie that you play in, and you get, like, all engulfed in it. It's really good. It's really, really good. So I don't know if that's my favorite, but it's definitely up there. Ed Higgins asks, can you make music stuff with Andy Schrock? We are actually going to. We're supposed to this year. Stay tuned. That's all I gotta say. We're gonna make something. Nicole Orchard asks, if you had one superpower, what would it be? If I only had one, it would probably be to like steal other superheroes' superpowers, because it's a win-win situation. You can't lose. You have every superpower ever. But that's kind of cheating. So if I had to choose one, it would probably be to slow down time. And not the kind of slow down time where like you move slow too. Like you can move it just as fast as you want, but everyone else is slow. I think that'd be awesome, especially in skateboarding. That'd be really cool. So, yeah, that's my superpower. Alright, so that is the end of the Q&A. I'm sorry if I didn't get to your question. There were quite a few. But if you guys enjoyed this video, then give it a thumbs up. And if you would like to participate in the next Q&A, because I'm going to be doing more in the future, go to facebook.com/SamTaborSkating, and whenever I post a status saying, hey, ask me questions, you can ask me questions, and I might answer them. So that's all I gotta say. I hope you guys enjoyed this once again, and this is what a bill looks like. Goodbye. Tristan Jacobo, I'm sorry Tristan, asks, how many pizzas does it take for Eric Kinslow to explode? Eric Kinslow cannot explode from pizza.